All Things Garden Route is about the amazing people and the extraordinary stories of this breathtaking district. Hierdie week gaan ons vir Mel Walton kuier in Heroldsbay en daarna gaan ons kuier vir Karl van Blerk van die Food Pantry, and then we're also going on a hike with Conquer Together in the Outeniqua Mountains.
Hi, I'm Mel Walton. I live in Heroldsbay and I was born in 1944, a long time ago, but I'm still enjoying this wonderful place. Oh well, when I wake up it's usually dark and then Sparky wants a walk, so I have to take her down to the beach. And it's about 1 kilometre to walk down and quite a steep hill, but I first have to put on my bathing costume and I check from my balcony to see what the tidal pool's looking like, because it might be high tide. I prefer high tide, so I can actually go later, get the water coming over the pool. Well, you know, my family traditionally all lived along the beachfront, but my husband and I moved to the Free State, Northern Free State, and we came home here to Heroldsbay for holidays with my parents, and then we decided we wanted to live here. But by that stage it was very expensive to buy on the beachfront, so we built our house halfway up the hill. And at the time I thought, what a long way to the beach. But I soon became accustomed to the walk, and I found that walking was uplifting. It kind of helped me through the grief that I was going through at the time. Just getting out and the endorphins absolutely overpowering me because of the beauty of the scenery around me. And the fact that I was fit enough then to be able to walk. It gave me encouragement to go up the hill, because I remember was in the middle of the hill. There was no way that I could walk on a flat surface. So I had to learn at 60 years old to face the downhill and the uphill. And I think that's what made me realize that walking was a necessity in my life. In fact, I told my family, I can't go to bed if I haven't had a walk today. And I did have a dog, and having a special dog like Sparky, who felt as passionate about walks as I did, walks were necessary. We just had to do it. And then I wanted to share with the family, and with Godfrey, my partner, he was very patient and said, okay, I'll put my Mercedes in the garage for a while and we'll walk instead, which was really good, because if you can walk with a person that is close to you, it makes the walk so much more joyous. I have layers and files of information about Heroldsbay. I can talk about Heroldsbay for hours, possibly because I had a granny and a grandmother who shared their stories with us. I had a grandmother who was from Switzerland. She was born in Switzerland. She came to Blanco when she was about 16. But when she was an old lady of 88, and we were little children at Heroldsbay on holiday, she would tell us stories about her life. So storytelling was part of our family. And my mother was a good storyteller, told us the stories. And my grandfather, who had, I think, because we were 28 grandchildren, loved to entertain us with his stories. He was the mayor of George 3 times. During the Second World War was one of his terms of office. And I'm very proud of him because he insisted on the tidal pool in Heroldsbay. And I kind of call it my pool, but it was really his pool. And that was built in 1934 with the idea that people were getting drowned on the beach, so why not have a safe place for them to swim? And if you think of the construction requirements, the concrete and everything that was needed to build a tidal pool like that, I think it's one of the wonders of South Africa, that pool. It never succumbed to the huge storms. And they didn't have big expensive equipment to build that pool. In fact, if you go and scratch the pool, you'll see the little shells and the shingles off the beach that were mixed with the concrete. And I believe today you should never do that. My mother gave it the name because when we were building the cottage in 79, we looked out from the construction and we could see the dolphins in the bay. And she said that would be a lovely name for it. We were only about 3 people who offered accommodation in Heroldsbay in those days. And I've just quietly gone ahead with the business, and I really want people to enjoy the peace that this place offers. I've been here for a while, having guests, and I really feel that not enough people know about this part of Heroldsbay that can offer you something as varied as the valley and the trees, as well as the coast. So I'm inviting anybody who wants to come and stay at Heroldsbay to contact me at Dolphin View, and I'll show them around and I'll give them a walk, because most people who come here need the exercise. I'm not plastic. Plastic is made up with some very dangerous chemicals, and it takes a long time to make plastic. I'm just blood and bones and flesh, and I want to be natural. I don't want to have to think, well, one day I will just be part of the earth. Plastic lasts forever, and it gets in everybody's way when it's been used. It's in the ocean, and it's killing our fish. I'm not plastic.
A nice experience to hike with the Conquer Together group. I've realized today that if you add up all the years from the age that you are now to when you're 70, times that by 365, and that's how many sunrises you have left. So the question that I want to ask is, how do you want to wake up in the morning?
And it shines as it opens.
Your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Well, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Well, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Is a space.
Ek het vandag van die tolhuis af opgestap na 'n klein pas toe. En dit is basically na die gedeelte tot die bo. Kry daar plekkies aan die agterkant. En as jy daarna kyk, dit is eintlik waar Losberg en Bouncrusher en Keerkop dan nou is.
Hey, I'm Terence from the Conquer Together group, and we're here on Hastings Peak, overlooking George. Conquer Together is a community-based hiking group. We'd go every first Saturday of the month. Find us on Facebook, come and join us, and come enjoy the beauty of the Garden Route.
My name is Carl van Blurk. I'm the founder and CEO of the Garden Route Food Pantry and the founder and developer of the Food Sock. My passion has always been the same thing, and that's people. I've firmly believed that service that we offer to our country and to our people and our society is the rent we pay for our space on the earth. Oh, I love the Garden Route. If anybody asks me who I am, I'm a resident of the Garden Route. I'm a resident of George. I've been here now for over 20 years, and this is home to me. Yeah, the Food Pantry was basically an initiative that has been many, many years in the making. I've always been very passionate about food. I don't know why, it's the most difficult thing to actually do, because you can feed 10 million people today, but tomorrow they're all hungry again. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to food and nutrition, it's the base of all our society issues. Where you talk about health issues, crime, education, everything, it all comes down to nutrition. So I've wanted to do something in the line of nutrition for many, many years. And in a way, you could say COVID was the spark for that. The food pantry itself started before, just a little bit, well no, actually it was roughly in the middle. We were involved with nutrition with the Lions Club, and that grew into the food pantry. So yes, we could say it was born in COVID times. And we just decided, or I decided at that stage with the staff that work with me, that let's not just do something to help people at time of need during COVID, but there's always going to be a time of need. There's always going to be something next. So we decided to do the food pantry as a permanent establishment in George. So one of the things that I firmly believe in is that as a society, we're always going to have challenges. There will always be something that we've got to face, whatever it might be. But these are opportunities. This is where growth happens. This is where people develop and find their strengths, and we actually move forward. For us, it was all about the food pantry starting at a time when there was a challenge. And with further challenges, we've now introduced a new product, which is the food sock, which has gone viral across South Africa. So those opportunities are chances for us to show who we are as humanity, and that's where we are. So the food sock itself is, just to give a little background as to what it is, it's a range of meals. We've got 8 different meals, ranging from chicken biryani to mutton stew, tomato brie, pasta bolognese, macaroni and cheese, even a really nice milk course, which is a traditional South African milk course that has a macaroni base. There's 8 different flavors, and all of them are dehydrated products. So we call them a food sock because they're packaged in a plastic sleeve, biodegradable plastic sleeve, and you literally need a pot, some water, and a source of heat to actually prepare them. Now, when we launched this, we initially looked at the Garden Route as our region, but we very quickly got inquiries from all over the country, from Durban to Kuruman to even Namibia, wherever it might be. And then the challenge was, well, how do we help these people by keeping it affordable? So we set up a network of what we call resellers. So the resellers are people that are contracted to us, they buy from us, and then they resell in their region at still very affordable prices. And we've been going 3 months. We've got 150 resellers around South Africa already. And the easiest way for people to find them, whether it be local or whether it be outside of the Garden Route, is through our website, which is just www.foodsock.co.za. Connecting and networking with people is vital, because at the end of the day, we do cultivate this feeling of unity when we do that. And what I've often found is that we all have different expertise. We all have different people that we know. We all have different things we can bring to the party and put around the table. And when you start doing that, you realize you can actually change the world. To finish off perhaps and say what my motto in life is I firmly believe that we might not be able to change the world, but we can change someone's world. And if we do that, we end up changing the world.
Thank you for watching this episode of All Things Garden Route. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel en baie dankie aan Patio Warehouse George vir 'n pragtige spasie.